who exactly is Geno? This man named Geno was just revealed in the Shattered Fortnite live event by being the visitor somehow. And they're shooting Jones, the main character of Fortnite too. Well, this silly old rusty guy is a very old Fortnite storyline character, as old as even chapter 1 itself. He's the leader of the Imagine Order, the faction who controlled the 0 point and did basically everything in Fortnite. The same guy who the Foundation fought and defeated his IO, thinking that he's dead. Well, let's say that my boy Geno started as an immortal, ageless king of an empire called the Oathbound. Alongside him was a person named Stellan, who was said to be a beautiful monster enabled by the hubris of a champion, which is Geno. The guy learned how to create a way to travel among realities thanks to his kinetic ore, as through it he evolved into the Explorer, then finding the reality 0 and 0 point itself, while also at the same time studying the last reality and the nothing, which all of this led into Geno going from a white and gold armor onto black and gold, betraying the light for darkness. Which means that the more he learns of the last reality and the nothing, the more he's becoming just like them. Geno then marries and gets 2 daughters, which are Imagined and Order, as together they make the Imagine Order and rule over the Omniverse. His goal always has been to protect our realities from the last reality, while also perfecting them to reach an Imagine Order. While the guy also loves to bring up how Order is rich through chaos, exactly what we saw in today's live event. You cause a little bit of silly chaos, but in the end of the chaos you get perfection, you get order, you get balance, everything basically. The Foundation is the rival and the biggest hater of Geno. He believes that the guy's ideas of protecting and perfecting realities is really immoral. So he made the 7 to stop the idea. As it worked, he managed to end it, as one of Geno's daughters sacrifices herself to drop herself and Geno into the 0 point, hoping that it's gonna kill her and her father. But Geno through that opens a portal to a new reality, slowly being torn into pieces as he warns the Foundation. You have won! You have the 0 point now, you get to run everything the way you want, you get to protect the 0 point the way you want, and you said that my ideas of protecting everything was already bad, so prove it. You got the 0 point, go protect it the way you want. You didn't like me, it's your turn. But if you're wrong, if you fail to protect the 0 point, that would be the end of everything. So basically telling the Foundation that he got no idea what Geno has been dealing with, and then turning into dust and secretly revealing that all of that was just a trick on Foundation. He is actually not dead, he was just transporting himself into another place. What Geno said turns out to be true, as the Chrome comes in, taking over most of the 7 and the entire island, and basically getting really close to destroying everything. But through Paradigm, somehow a snapshot of his comes into the island, which is really sus. And right away, a shapeless man begins talking to Stellan again after many years of him talking to Stellan in the past too, forcing Stellan to build a new reef gate for his snapshot, which is ageless, which is inside of the castle right now. It's basically the same guy but a clone of him, an old clone of him. A reef gate which started the journey of ageless, also going through everything that happened to Geno in the past too. So getting access to other realities, exploring new realities, becoming the Explorer, and wanting to build and perfect realities, become the Imagine Order. Which, as I explained in this video right here, yes, the ageless is behind the elites and probably behind Fortnite OG too, possibly, it might be connected. And that was all started by Geno himself, forcing Stellan to put ageless into the same path that Geno went through in his past. So basically everything is happening all over again because of the clone of Geno, and Geno as the shapeless man forcing the clone to do everything he did in his own past, knowing that the ageless will create a new Imagine Order, and once the new Imagine Order is ready, Geno would get rid of ageless and replace him, take over and rebuild his Imagine Order once again. This man is just such a manipulative genius. The fact that he was behind shapeless man, he was like making everything go according to plan, making a new Imagine Order rebuild by itself automatically, and then he was playing as the visitor and everything. He faked his death. This guy is a genius. So why exactly was he called the Shapeless Man in chapter 4? That's because of how he looked in the Collision live event. He was kind of using that exact look while hunting the dreams of Stellan, which is also more proof of how the more Geno learns about the nothing, the more he's actually becoming just like the nothing. So the Shapeless Man has made the plan of order restored begin as he waits in the shadows, watching and making sure everything is going according to plan. And now he has caused the rebirth of reality reality 0, which means that he is really close to restoring the Imagine Order. The guy just needs to put the 0 point in its rightful place again, but to do that he needs to reforge the 0 point first. That's where the Dark Voyager comes in, who also touched the 0 point too, if you remember, just like Geno. And it seems like Geno might have saved the Voyager the exact same way he saved himself, after that forcing the Voyager to call him his master from now on and work for Geno. And also Geno has always used Last Reality's own technologies against them, and the biggest example of this was Chapter 2 Season 6, Chromium. Chromium was basically another version of Chrome which the Imagine Order was using. And once again, the exact same thing has happened here. The cubes, the Chaos Cubes, are a different version of the cubes which Geno is using. And as I talked about, Geno talks about how reaching order through chaos, and these are called Chaos Cubes. It kinda connects and everything. Even Geno's powers, if you look at his powers, they're kind of golden and orange, just like these cubes. So the Voyager goes around collecting these shards for his master, as Reality Unknown Visitor also comes in with a rocket, who the Voyager just watches the rocket and doesn't shoot it, doesn't destroy it, doesn't kill the Visitor. That's kinda sus. Why would he not fight the Visitor? He could just kill him. Now it's confirmed to be because he was the master of Voyager all along. It was right in front of our eyes. The fact that Voyager didn't kill him when he came into the island, that's crazy. So the plan becomes Visitor non-stop telling the Order not to attack the Voyager, because now we know why. Because if the Order attacks the Voyager, Voyager works for Geno, and the Order is also the daughter of Geno, so Geno doesn't want his own daughter to die, so he doesn't want Order to Voyager to kill his own daughter. As at the same time he's telling all of the information and everything the Seven are doing to the Voyager to make sure that everything goes according to plan, while also using the Seven to push forward his own goals as well, like getting rid of the Foundation in the kill list. So everything is going according to plan as the 0 point is about to be fully reforged, and that's where it's revealed. Geno, the leader of IO, is abusing Visitor's identity all along, and that's why he shoots Jones and throws him away, because Jones is the only person right now to know his true identity. But Visitor doesn't want people to know his identity because he still wants to manipulate the Seven, he still wants to use the Seven until the 0 point is completely healed and it's sent back to the vault from Chapter 1. So once the Imagine Order is completely rebuilt, everything is back to how it used to be, then he's gonna betray all of the Seven and reveal his identity. But don't worry, Jones is also not dead. Why do you think Hope in the last season or in this season called him invincible? Because Jones just doesn't die. His vengeance, his anger, he's trying to be like Hope of everything. Jones is gonna do his best to survive this. He's gonna come back. He's wearing the vengeance suit. He's gonna want vengeance and revenge on Geno. Just watch it happen. This guy is gonna go crazy from now. But he's not gonna be in the next season, just to make sure that nobody finds out the Visitor is betraying them. Also, this should be exactly why Foundation told the Order to stay back. Probably Visitor was talking to the Foundation telling him that, yo, don't let the Order join the fight. Tell her to stay back. Why would Geno exactly do that? Because it's his daughter. He still cares about his own daughters. Especially in this season, he started to grow more liking to his daughters. He enjoys being with his daughters with Order. So he forced the Foundation to make sure that the Order stays back, so she stays alive, she stays safe because she's his daughter, but everybody else he doesn't care. He will let them die. And I strongly believe that he also saved the Imagine, but he's keeping the Imagine to make sure that nobody finds out he's alive too. But once Geno reveals his identity to everyone, we're also gonna probably see the Imagined return too. This has been basically the best storyline in the history of Fortnite, and if you want to see even more, make sure to subscribe, but also check out this video, the entire storyline of Season 2. Watch this video until I'm done making another video on Geno and the entire storyline of our next season, or even the entire storyline of Fortnite as a whole. So there's a lot coming up. Subscribe and check out this video.